Hey, Steve Stine from Guitar Zoom here. Thank you so much for joining me. Just recently, I was in Germany at the Hughes and Kettner Headquarters. We were doing some filming out there for an event called SpiritCon II to be exact. And while I was there, I got to meet a bunch of wonderful artists and YouTubers and things like that. And one of the people that I hung out with was a gentleman by the name of Mika Tyyskä, which you might know as Mr. Fastfinger. So we did a bunch of different videos together, and this is one of those videos that we did. What we did was we sat down and we talked about 3 different approaches to soloing, and we kind of, compared and contrasted the differences and similarities in the way that we approach our guitar soloing. So this is going to be part 1. On my channel, you're going to be able to watch part 1. And then on Mika's channel, you're going to be able to watch part 2. So I'm going to make sure and put a link in the bottom in the description of part 2 so you can watch that as well. So enjoy this video, and if you like the video, please do me a favor and like and share and subscribe, and make sure that you check out part 2 on Mika's channel as well. So take care and talk to you soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just break down maybe 3 ideas that kind of define some of the things that we like to do when we play guitar. I've been listening to Mika play, and he's been listening to me, and there's some things that we do that are similar, and there's some things that we do that are entirely different. And so let's start off by just, it doesn't have to be a lick or anything, but what's something when you play, Mika, that you find yourself gravitating toward, like a lick or a pattern or a concept that you tend to play a lot in your playing?
Well, one thing that kind of has started to swim into my playing is I like to use more and more triad-based fingerings. As funny it sounds, but I love the shape of major 7 or major 9 arpeggio.
Sure.
So if I'm playing in the favorite key A minor, I would maybe use the shape from C major 7,
yeah,
or the extended to a 9.
Yep.
And I like the way it feels, and it's kind of like I might. This is kind of like my home safe, and then I just add a little bit of extra note from the scale, and it kind of. I just like. I almost feel it's not like an arpeggio or thing. It's more like a movement.
Right.
And it's just whatever I'm playing, and it's not like this C major 7 would happen during a C chord.
Right.
It's a kind of like coloring thing, and it might be a really fast thing, and kind of adds. It kind of like same thing many times at playing fast notes. It's instead of playing. I might do. I'm doing.
Right.
So it's. I just love how it feels, and
right.
And one of the secrets why I probably like it is when I'm playing this, I have my fingers laid like this,
yeah.
First finger and pinky, and then I'm ready to play. On the next string, I have middle finger. And, when I move to the following string.
Right.
And for picking, it's very simple. If I have 2 notes, I have a down hammer. If I'm going from low to high, I continue with down and down, down. It's kind of like an economy or sweep picking thing. And here again, hammer if I'm doing a second note on this string. It's always 2 notes, 1 note, 2 notes, and I might do that. And what I'm doing is I'm extending this whole thing by using some slides and other maybe legato notes.
Yeah, I enjoy how you mix it all together and use, legato and picking and different things to make it just sound really organic.
Yeah,
which is cool.
yeah, exactly. Organic is
yeah.
The way I would like to hear it.
And for me, if I was to think of an idea that I use a lot in my playing, it's so funny because it's similar to that. you know, when you first start learning like arpeggios, for instance, you tend to learn them the more traditional way, and then at some point you start learning, which often was referred to as the 2-1-2 patterns, which is what you're doing. And I do the same thing. So if I was like, one of the things that I use a lot in my playing in different places is, let's say I was in E, right? So I start on E, and I do very similar idea. If I was to start off with a minor triad, but then what I can do is I can decide in my head if I want to do maybe another 1 pattern, a single pattern, or I'll go to another 2 pattern. And then I'll expand that out. So I might go to another, maybe I'll go 7 to 8. Here I'll go 7 to 10.
So it's
right, wider intervals.
Yeah,
That sound, instead of always having that sound. Yeah.
And the notes that you have there kind of gives a little bit more exotic kind of Japanese sound.
Yeah, yeah.
It's called... You skip that.
Yes. But it's, yeah, a very similar idea. And it's kind of fun to play that way because, like, when I was younger, I don't know how it was for you, but when I was younger, everything was what I always call closed or block position, where everything was very tight and small,
And
like
one
a scale.
position thing.
That's correct. Yeah. So it was really fun learning how to expand things out and change the sound of that a little bit. So, do you have a second one? What's something else that you would do?
It carries exactly from there. I really love the horizontal playing, and I think the first thing that I ever learned on the guitar was I managed to impress my cousins when I was very young. I was able to play some Kiss. That's I Love It Loud by Kiss, by the way, but this kind of playing, sooner or later, when I started really play the guitar, felt like it's not the right way to play the guitar.
Right.
And, so I went through all the position playing, learned all the possible fingerings to play the inversions of the minor major scales.
Sure.
But then at some point I made a kind of discovery. I realized that I was actually during a live show. We were playing, and I had a little bit extended guitar solo, and I was doing some improvised stuff, and I would do whatever licks, fast licks, and I started to feel like, oh, this is going to bore the audience totally. So maybe I should try to do a little bit of melody. And what happened was, I don't know. Then at that point, it kind of clicked. Kind of like the movement suddenly becomes horizontal, because like the way I found the Kiss, the 3 notes, you have it's your guitar string. If you play on one string, it sort of becomes like a piano. You can see almost like a piano keys. You have the intervals very clear there.
Right.
And when you play on one string, it kind of brings out more vocal qualities, because you're not going to do whatever sweeping or licks. It kind of slows you down. And one thing that happens when you play horizontally, there's a lot of movement. So you start to find ways to kind of cheat. So you don't have to do this movement. So you do it.
Right.
So you start experimenting with the bending. It becomes more, or also more like a more vocal-like thing.
Right.
So the horizontal one string playing is one of my favorites. It's kind of like combining that to position or kind of that kind of playing it opens a lot. I mean, yeah.
What's funny about this is that we've never jammed before, and my second thing would be horizontal playing. So I hope you enjoyed what you just saw. It was really fun sitting down with Mika and talking about guitar playing. He's an incredible guitar player. He's a really great guy, and I'm really honored to have been able to spend time with him. So do me a favor, head over to his channel and watch the second part of our discussion, and subscribe to his channel if you've got time. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel and share the video if you find any use in it. Take care, stay positive, and I'll talk to you soon.